Hey y'all, it's Melissa. Welcome to Messy Creates. Sometimes that's a mouthful. I skipped that page. I didn't ever come back to it. This is where I am right now. And I'm loving my little journal tassel. I finally got some stuff listed in my Etsy shop today. Or I started getting some of my paperclip tassels listed. I haven't only listed one right now, but I'm going to try to do some more this evening after I get done. So, this was Saturday the 13th. So, my niece came and we worked in the building. And again, I feel like that's all we ever do anymore. We got, this is the room, one of the offices where we're putting all the empty totes that the totes that we empty. It's like our progress room. So when we feel discouraged and we need to know that we're making progress, we kind of look to that room to, anyway, that's beside the point. This was all my old crafts, all my vinyl cups and glasses and stemware and stuff like that. Anyway, actually, before I start that page, I want to ink this one so it can be drying while I am working on this other page. And let's see if I can find, that's a little piece of plastic. I guess that will work. No, I'll use this. Okay, I'm going to put some yellow on the page and let that dry, and then we'll kind of see. I think I'm going to use a scattered straw. It's not quite as orange as the fossilized amber, or actually maybe it is. I don't know. It's not as light. Oop. Wait a minute. Time out. I want to put this behind here and get that out of the way. There we go. I'm trying to catch that before it runs down into that. I have a paper towel, but I don't want to sop it up just yet. I might have to, though, before it gets in that crease. Come on, don't get in there. Okay. Yeah, I actually had thought I had dyed all the pages for the upcoming few pages the last time I did a journal video. But apparently I did not. So, but it doesn't take but a minute. And it's fun. It kind of gets me started. Gets me going creatively, I guess. I want to let that dry, and I may add some green to it. Or we'll see what other colors we're going to put on this page. But in the meantime, I'm going to let that kind of sit like this. Let it dry. Okay. And then while I cut this out. So we worked in the building. I had started some seeds, I think, before she got here. Actually, she got here pretty early. And my husband was cutting grass. And I started some celery and parsley seeds. So, I don't know that I necessarily needed this picture because I have a seed packet and I have the parsley and celery clip art. But we'll see what fits on the page. I don't want to cover all of this. I love this. This was one of my favorite pieces of paper. So I don't want to cover the whole thing. Here's the celery and parsley. And then this is, oh, I want to put this on today too. This says, the cleanliness of my house has 2 settings. Company is coming and there appears to have been a struggle. Yeah, most of the time it's the latter of the two. Yeah. Looks like there has been a struggle. That's what it mostly looks like. usually looks like a struggle with a craft supply. Okay. But if we ever get this building finished, I can focus on that. That would be nice. Here are my watermelons. I've got 2 so far. We actually just picked one today. And we were going to cut it up. We haven't yet. So I'm thinking that maybe we won't because it's evening now. And I don't normally film in the evenings, but my niece is coming again tomorrow, so I wanted to get a video uploading and ready to go. And I haven't worked on my journal in a little bit. I've been doing other crafts like those paperclip tassels. And I've been having a lot of fun with them. I got some Halloween supplies. I think you saw all of that. If you didn't, I think it's in the last video. And I'm not gonna fussy cut this. I mean, I am fussy cutting it, but I'm just doing it very loosely. The seeds have still not come up. I'm not having much luck with germination. I don't know if it's too hot for these particular seeds to germinate. So I have them outside. The greenhouse is way too hot. We have a shade cloth on it, which cuts out some of the sun, but because without it, it gets to be about 120 in there in a hurry. This time of the year, well, during the summer. And okay, that's fairly dry. That's just a light wash of color. We can see if we decide we want to add some more color. Now I could put this down here as a little tuck. Let me put the inks up for just a second so they're not in my way. I have the day and date, and I can't forget my die cut. So let's think about that before I have the seeds planting. I've got that and that and this. I might like do a little cluster down in this corner like that, or down in a corner. May not put this one on because I don't know that I'm going to need that. I could do, let's peek in the die cuts before we actually get done with the page and see what we think. Ooh, that really looks pretty with that page, or at least half of it does. It's got that same green, but I hear somebody talking. I have a tag. I have a small tag. It's green. I have this large. I'm wondering if I can fit both of these pictures on here. Ooh, that does work. Look. And then I can tip that in. And that actually matches that. Okay, so I have that. That was easy enough. Easy enough. So how are y'all doing? How is your how's your journaling going? How is your garden growing? Or do you have a garden? Some of you may. I'm gonna put, I have this one already cut out, and so I'm just gonna use this. We'll give him credit for cutting grass. Right, he belongs in the journal too. I'm pretty sure this is what every journal page ends up being, is somebody's cleaning out a building and somebody's cutting grass. That's what it feels like these days. Okay, so put this down here. I don't know. That gives me writing room up here. I'm kind of tempted to, I don't know, I have an envelope sitting right here. I could, if I wanted a, like a tip in, like it's a big tip in, I could make this, put these two together and then make a tuck and have like, you know, more journaling space. That would work. I'm wondering if I have this in green. Let's see. I thought I did. That's not the right green. I have this little green file folder. No, I have it in this blue. It's a bluish green. It's all right. Put top 5. Write it down. Okay. Well, I have other things that I can use for a pocket if I choose to. I'm pretty sure those are still going on those. I don't like that with that, so that's not gonna work. Let's see. I have, that one's gonna end up being a little small. Could put it over here. No, could put this one over here and then use, nope. Here, let's pull this up here. Because I have a feeling this darker color might go a little bit better. I don't know how that teal is going to look. Yes, I was saving toilet paper rolls. And they ended up in my pockets. Yeah, that's not what I'm wanting either, huh? Okay. Well, what do I want? I need something with a little more, well, I have all this space over here to write. So as long as I don't take up too much room over here, then I have plenty of writing room. I can still make this a tuck. Let me glue these on. This goes on the following day. Move my water bottle. And act like I've done this before, right? I swear, I really do. When I go a couple days without journaling, I feel like I get out of practice. I really do. Okay, so I think I want that one like right there. And then, ooh, push too hard. And then this one right here. Oh, I know what else I had. I had this big clip art right here of us working in the building, but I think I'm either not going to use it or I'm going to make it be a tuck. But I don't think I need to. I've got the pictures of what we were doing, so I've got that. That can be a tuck. I'll just glue it here and here. That can be a tuck, and the yellow matches fine. I don't know what I was worried about. Let me put these on. Oh, got a stray toilet paper roll. One of you had commented about me putting the ribbon that was loose on a paper towel or I think it was paper towel roll, which I didn't have, but I did have several toilet paper rolls. I thought it was a great idea. And I went back to tell you that I found some toilet paper rolls, and I went back and I can't find the comment now. So I don't know if it got deleted, or I don't know. If it was you, let me know, because I wanted to tell you thank you for the idea. Okay, so down here, Come on. That looks dark. That's very dark. Okay. There we go. There we go. We just had to get some glue boaters out. Alright. So that will dry, and then we'll have a little tuck here. And I'm going to put this back on. Okay. Let that dry. And then I will find some kind of, I've got plenty of paper. I mean, like this or whatever. I've got plenty of paper that I can make a little tag with. So let me kind of cluster this like this and this and this. And then we'll put him down here like this. And then that gives me plenty of writing room. I mean, I can even, let me try it the other way. Let me try this. Like this. And then I can start writing here. And yeah, I like that better, I think. I do think I like that better. So let me glue this one down. And we've already got our die cut. The Allison's Item of the Month Challenge for September of 25 is die cuts. So I don't know if are you playing along? Some of you don't have access to die cuts, and I totally get that. I have tons of them. I mean, I have tons of dies. Oh, I didn't put, hold on. I want to put washi right here because I didn't do it on the other side. So let's find some washi that we want to use. Could use this. That's kind of pretty. It's thin. Or I could use this green grid. Or this, I like the green leaf. Okay. There we go. It just kind of gives a little bit of strength to the composition paper. Makes it feel a little bit more substantial. Okay. Here we go. And I may have to trim off the corner, around the corners a little bit. Okay, so put that down. As a matter of fact, I gotta put more glue on it. Because it has already dried. So anyway, what do you have going on this week? What's going on in your world? I am, this is Sunday night, so my niece is coming over tomorrow. I'm planning on listing a few more things tonight. I'm gonna lift this up. That poor parsley. It says, leave me alone. There we go. And then there. And that way I just started I started the seeds. Okay. Even though we can't, I can't believe none of them have come up. Okay. So we've got that. Let me glue that. And then I think I'll put that right here. I was thinking I had something else. Oh, it must have been these two things. That's what it was. Let me check my notes. Oh, and then we watched football that evening, I guess. Probably. I would imagine so. So I can either use this or one of these orange ones. No. I do have a green one that says never stop growing. Let's see. have a green Keroppi one too. I would really like the one that says Never Stop Growing. I'm over here looking. Wait, here's one. Here it is. I like this one too. This one says Be Happy. But this one says Never Stop Growing. So let's see how this one looks, because this fits, definitely fits the page. And matches the page. But I also like this Be Happy one. And, oh, it comes off at the bottom. That's kind of weird. Wasn't expecting that. Be Happy. Let's put both of them in there for now. Both of them hide that, which I hate that, but it just worked out that way. But I've got plenty of writing room here. I like the washi here. And I've got my notepads, and I've got my die cut right here. We used it as a tuck. And there we go. That's one page. So now, let's put those up. Because now we're back to dealing with yellow. I also have this little pocket. I may not add anything, any other color. I may just leave this all yellow. And then just add the color to whatever I put on the page. What did we say about this day? Was tired today. He didn't feel well. I have the watermelon pictures. We watched football. I made a video. Oh, I worked on Etsy shipping costs because I couldn't figure them out. And I called my friend who is my Etsy buddy. And she said, we're actually just heading back into town. Do you want me to stop by? And I said, well, that would be wonderful. So she stopped by, and we could not figure out why it was wanting to charge so much for those little paper clips. And then I found some setting that, I don't even know how to explain it, but I turned the setting off, and then it went to a normal shipping price. So it just took me a while to get there. And, anyway, but we got it figured out. And, yeah, I mean, I was just floored because something that small, the last time I shipped on Etsy, I mean, it used to be like $1.81, you know. And now the base price for USPS first class, not even priority, but first class, is $4.41. And that's like the bare minimum, you know, smallest package, smallest ounces, 0.5 ounces, whatever. And so that's, yeah, it's, you know, it's hard, but shipping's gone up. So there is that. Okay, I'm not putting that there. I was just checking to see if I liked it. What do I have for this day? Oh, the watermelon pictures. And, oh, this is funny. It says, country units of measurement. Hold on. Country units of measurement. Next door equals 1 to 2 minutes. Right up the road equals 5 to 10 minutes. A couple miles is 10 to 20 minutes. Not too far, 20 to 50 minutes. A little ways, over an hour. And a pretty good drive is 2 hours plus. So, I'm like, isn't that the truth? You know, and then you turn up by that oak tree where the dead skunk is, and, you know. Anyway, if you haven't ever had a country person give you directions, you're missing out. Because it's quite comical. And I'm one of those people. Okay. Watermelon pictures. So they start out, these are just little sugar baby watermelons. They're like little personal size watermelons. Matter of fact, I might go personalize that one that I put in the fridge today. Might go cut it up for myself. Craving something sweet, that would fill the itch. But I suppose I would share. Now, of course, I would give the chickens the rinds. Well, you know, they don't want just the rinds. They want a little bit of meat on them, right? Okay, so these will go somewhere on here. This will likely go up here. Like that. I was debating, we got to figure out which die cut we're going to use. Let me do this. Okay. So, that's where we stand. Oh, this was what we were doing. Was this Etsy. Right? Yeah. So we were working on Etsy shipping. So I've got this little Etsy shipping emblem right here. And then we watched football. So it's Sunday. So that means we watched, well, we probably didn't watch much of it. And then this went on this day. Okay. I'm not going to go back and do that. I'll go back and do it later. I'm trying to decide if I want to put any paper over this, like colorful paper. Like maybe this. Seeing how it has that yellow in it. I think this is too narrow. Yeah. I could make a... No, I'm not going to do that. That's a good pocket size. I could make a tag out of this and put it in there. It would be a short tag. Be like, but that would be okay. Because that is pretty and it matches. Or I could use, I have this paper. Ooh, no, it's more orange. Yeah. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Of course, I could just put stuff on it too. Like this. And then not worry about... Oh, see, look. Because it even talks about first class postage, right? And I made a video. So, we'll use that there and there. And that here and here. And I'll put the watermelon pictures over here. And then maybe this down here. And I could put... I think they're the same size. I could put them both up there side by side. One is not as big as the other. This one is, they have stripes on them to begin with, and then they get this real dark green. And, yeah. So, oh, I want to see. Actually, I have an idea. Where did... This is not yellow, and it would hide the scallops, but it would fit in here. Right? What am I struggling with? I don't know. Struggling with something. Well... Okay, that may need to be a little bit bigger. That was a little bit too small. Okay, let me get these glued on. And, anyway. So, I don't have any, Oh, you know, I should have brought this stuff. It's out in my shipping room. All of the things I was listing on Etsy. Well, I'm also posting them in my Facebook group. So if you are not in my Facebook, on my Facebook group, and you want to, the link is in the description of this video. Or you just search Messy Missy Creates under groups on Facebook. And it's going to ask you 3 questions to join, just to make sure that you're a real person and not a robot. I mean, it's very simple questions. Like, what's your favorite craft? How did you hear about the channel? That sort of thing. So no trick questions, just easy questions. And then you agree that you're not going to, like, bully anybody. Right? And that's it. You're in. Okay. Here, let me scooch that over just a little bit. Okay, that gives some color to there. Country units of measurement. I may stick to everything being over here. I don't know. Let me see. I'm kind of thinking here and here. And then I can write there. And then I'll split this up like this. What do we oh, I should have added... Oof. Should have added washi. I still can. What do we want? The sunflowers are pretty. That would match. Oh, wait. Look. I have watermelon. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I finally get to use my watermelon washi. What do you know? What do you know? And it even kind of matches the page. Okay. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, nope, nope. Oh, no. Oh, no. I didn't do that straight. I got very off track right about here. And I thought the page behind it was the page I was trying to tape. So. Okay. And then I cut off part of the paper. Well, I'm just batting 1,000. Okay. So let's glue this back down. And, anyway, I'm feeling okay. I, had that procedure, or the injections on my neck last week. And, they seem to be doing pretty well. So that's a good thing. Do we, now that I've put glue on this, do we want washi? No. We don't want washi over here. They're doing pretty good. We fished yesterday, so that was a good test of, how well that went. It didn't hurt me too bad. So that means that they, working somewhat. It was better than it used to be anyway. So that's good. And I can sit here and do a video without being in too much pain. So that's good. So all of that is very good. Very, very good. I'm thinking about putting this right in the middle. Oh, we need a die cut. Okay, so let's do, that's too bright. That's not what I wanted. That's not a die cut. Let's find, I have puzzle pieces. I know I have other yellow stuff. I have this tag. I could put it in here. But what I was thinking, oh, I could do that and then put that in here. I think it's just because the envelope opens the other way that's what was throwing it off. I don't necessarily want that though. Kind of thinking something a little different. I was really thinking if I had another one of these that was smaller and I could put this on it. So let's see if we can find one. Here's a green one. Too big. I mean, too small, too big, too something. Or I could put this in the middle of this, like here, and put my Sugar Baby watermelons. I don't know. I could use, I've done this before. I did this on the other side of the, that makes a pretty good tag. So there's a die cut. Okay, so if I did that, I probably would just, I mean, I have, no, I would hide the whole piece of paper. I'm kind of wanting to back that with something. But, okay, we've already used the die cut, though. It doesn't have to be a die cut. So, let me finish cutting out the, my husband's been a Miami Dolphin fan since forever. And bless their hearts, they just can't, you know, they just can't seem to win. But we still watch them. And, yeah. I like their, he keeps saying they need to go back to their other uniforms. He thinks that's why they're losing. Okay, so I can add him to here. Or to here. I have paper that has footballs on it. And somewhere, that's, you know. I was going to put one of these two, like this on here. Because I was very tired. Let me see if I even want that. Or if I even care at this point. It adds some color to the page, that's for sure. And it kind of matched the watermelons. I have been, I never used to be one of those that took naps during the day, but I have quickly become that person. And, oh, this morning, we woke up, this is the second Sunday in a row, we woke up to a transformer blowing. And those are loud. So at 6:30 this morning, we hear boom. And our power goes off. It's like, great. Yeah, this is... I'm debating on... Well, I could flip it. That way I could still have all that to write. Or I could... This was me watching the game. I'm like, I'm like, nope, not interested. I was thinking I could make a tuck out of it. That's what I was thinking. You know, like that. So let's do that. Let's get out the art glitter glue again. And I just want to glue like here. And I am going to go across this little bottom right there. And there. And then right up against the washi. There we go. And then that makes a tuck. After we let it dry, of course. So that'd be kind of interactive. And then I still don't know where I want that. I guess it's going right here, but I wanted something behind it. I could put the fish up here. Hey, he could stick up out of there like that. That's not too bad. Kind of like that. Good use of space, I think. Let me see if I can make that work again. Let's see. There. That works. So we still got that. Okay, and I still have this. And how long have I been yammering? Let's repin our glue. Isn't that pretty? I just thought we'd admire that again. Thank you again, Brooke, for my glue jewelry that I have not lost yet. I haven't. Oh, I know what I do have. Hold on. Let me roll. I have some... Oh, this would be good to put on that page. But that's not what I was looking for. This is what I was looking for. I could use this yellow. Or I could use the orange, whichever. And then, yeah. Let's see how we want to do this. Like that. Or maybe a little less. Yeah, we'll just cut it down. I don't want it to be huge. I just wanted it to have some color behind it. I keep forgetting I have those. So they make great, you know, just little backing, matting, you know. And they're not super thick, so they don't add a lot of bulk to your journal. That may have been a little thicker than I needed. But yeah, there we go. Now just added some color. So I'll put this in my scraps. And I will glue this whole thing down. And we've tied in the yellow. I figured that was fitting over here with the watermelons, you know, the country units of measurement. And let's see, we have a few more minutes. So I have my die cut in here. And then let's see what we're going to put in here. I could put that. I kind of like the Be Happy over there. What does the Never Stop Growing look like over here? And I could cut it down or fold it a little bit so that it doesn't take up all that room. Yeah. I mean, I don't like my date covered if I can keep it from being covered. Now, I could have put paper back here, but I think I'm not going to worry about it. Okay. Well, my mouth says we're not going to worry about it. My brain says otherwise. My brain says, of course we're going to worry about it. Because that's what we do. We made the tag for... Yeah, we didn't need a tag for over here. I'll put that Bama thing somewhere once I cut it out. So I've got this for over here. That's my die cut. And then do I just have... I just want a scrap of paper. How about... No, I could put some chicken scratch on there. These are too long. I mean, they're not proportioned the right way. Let me see what this looks like. If we were to cut that and put it there. The problem is that, I mean, that doesn't look bad. The problem is that it's not even. I mean, this part of the envelope comes down like that. So I just really wanted a scrap. And like these are too small. Oh, but you know what? This looks really pretty with it. And we could just put it like right here, because that gets one of the birds, right? Put it down here. I can make a double pocket. Like I need more writing space, right? I don't need any more writing space. But that's never stopped me before. I kind of like that there, but I want some background there. We could ink it. I don't know how that would ink. Let's try a little bit of green and see what, I mean, it can't hurt. Because I don't have scraps handy, believe it or not. I know, you're shocked. This old paper seems to be running close to this green color. I think. Let me take that out of there. It's kind of a sage green. That peeled paint is more of an olive color. Oop, I got it on the... Oop, I got it over here too. That just looks dirty now. Well, it says old paper, so... There. Looks like old paper. Exactly as advertised. So... I could do... This peeled paint is not, I've got two of them. One of them is very olive green. Like very olive, or no, one is like army green. Let me try that one. And I'm not sure how I have two of them, but I do. Oh, that's not bad. Okay. Did not mean to put that much on there either. And I might as well go ahead and add dabbles to here. Seeing how I did it anyway, right? And then we'll give that a minute to dry. And we will put... That's not quite that color, but I like that little bird on there. Or we could just leave it like it is. It's green. It has color to it. I don't know what else I'm going to do with this 2-inch strip. Because, well, I mean, I could make a tab with it. But it's going to be a minute before I can glue that down. That got a little greener than I wanted to. I think I should have stuck with the peeled paint, or the old paper. Yeah, that's not gonna, and the envelope is sewn in crooked, I think. There we go. That's better. So I want to cut it right about here. Did I do that straight? Probably not. So we're going to put that there. We're going to put this back in here. And we're going to let that dry. Because I got it pretty good and wet. And then when it dries, I will put that on there. And I might go ahead and do it as a double pocket just in case. Just in case I need something, you know. We never know when we're going to need another little tuck right there, right? So, anyway, that's going to take a minute to dry. So, anyway, well, I will, I think, I'm not going to try to start on another page. This was the day I got my Happy Meal from Brooke. And I think I'm going to wait, and I'll come back in the morning and do, yeah, I'll come back in the morning and do this page right here. Because this one may take me a minute. This was the day I was really all up in my feels. And, well, my niece came too, and we decorated the mantle and worked in the building a little bit. And, anyway, but that's what this looks like. So, we're gonna call it a wrap. And I will finish, well, I could finish cutting this out. But, yeah, let me know how your journal's coming. If you're participating in Allison's Item of the Month Challenge, let me know how you're doing with that. I know she asks that too, but I'm curious if anybody's, because this one isn't one that everybody, most everybody has markers or washi or something like that. But I have a lot of dies because I make cards. And so, well, I haven't made a card in a long time, but that's why I have so many dies. Not so much, it's not really like your go-to journal supply, although it could be. So, most people may not have a lot of dies to, or a die cut machine or something like that. So anyway, but if you do and you're participating, how's it going? I'm just curious to see how everybody else is doing. There's some days that are easier than others. And then I'm not going to put, I think I'm just going to put that right here. I think they actually won. They lost their first game, and then they won the next two. So I think I will glue that down here. Or glue it back here, maybe. Yeah. Let's do that and not take up the writing room. But I ended up covering up most of this paper after all. I mean, it's not permanently covered up, right? Because you can just move the... Well, that was hard to get on straight. It wants to curl up. Okay. Anyway, there we go. And I probably should have backed that with something because it kind of gets lost in the shuffle. But, and I may trim this down to where it's a little shorter. Or, again, just fold it. Like that. There we go. I like it. And then that's still too wet to try to glue anything to. So you get the idea. You get what I'm trying to do here. You get what I'm putting down. And anyway, I appreciate you journaling along with me or coming along with me, whatever you were doing while I was journaling. And anyway, I appreciate you being here, and I hope that you your journaling is going well and that you're current, or as current as you'd like to be. I'm not, but I'm getting there. And anyway, hope you have a great rest of your day or evening whenever you're watching this. And yeah, check out my Facebook page if you're not already on it. And yeah, just answer the 3 questions and I'll let you in. And you can post what you're making, or post your journal pictures, post whatever craft you're doing. We all just like to see what everybody else is up to, right? So you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.